That's another story.
Exactly.
Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our hosts Jim Studebaker and Todd Robertson give you strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Jim and Todd.
Hey, that's us. He's calling our name, huh?
Whoa!
Wow, Jim and Todd here, the Take a Listing Today podcast. Welcome to show 146. We are glad you are here. Along with Todd, we have over in the corner
Our wonderful producer, the reason we're here,
Yes.
the wonderful Lisa Gray in the house.
it's Lisa.
I'm the reason you're here.
Well, you're the reason that we've done so many shows. Otherwise, we'd be bumping into walls and we'd be, yes.
You've kept us out of trouble for the most
Yes.
part, so
It's a small
done all
room.
right.
There's only so much trouble.
And you know, to
get
be honest, if we run into the wall, it is padded.
Oh, that's
in here
true.
as
The
well.
bounce effect
So,
or
yes.
seat.
Yes,
So,
I've used a lot of the child safety,
Right.
things to keep drawers shut and
Keep our fingers out of the electrical outlets.
Right.
She does
bumpers
good.
on the corners.
yeah, bumper. She's like, when I deal with these two.
I think she actually likes us. That's good.
Right.
Well, welcome to our show today. And for show number 146, we have a great topic: how to determine market value in a transitioning housing market. And we are in a transitioning housing market right now, so it would be good to know this.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. And I think this topic will put a lot of people at ease out there to say, hey, the market's going to be what the market is. Jump in and go strong now, because once it gets normal, and it will, everyone's going to jump back in from all the people that left. So you've got to get stronger than 9-day-old garlic right now.
Well,
You have-
and our audience, it's all different levels of realtors.
Right.
So there may be some realtors that have been out there forever. They've been through this before, these transitioning
Right.
markets, and they think, oh, I know how to handle this, no brainer. But there are many people in our audience that are newer agents, and they may be a little perplexed as to how to go about this so that they don't overvalue or undervalue the home.
Well, it can't be that difficult because it's only one sheet of paper,
Well,
double spaced.
Back and front, but that's
Yes.
knowing that your wisdom, you're going to just fill in with all kinds of
She's
dialogue.
leaning on our wisdom for once.
Yes,
That's
you're just
not
going
a good idea, is it?
You're going to impulsively
Why she's
draw
doing that.
from your years of wisdom.
Oh,
and
excellent.
just fill
Okay.
it. It's just
Okay.
an outline.
We'll see what the impulsive draw looks like here.
Let's give it a go.
Depending on the condition of the real estate market, preparing a CMA for a listing appointment can be either a snap or it can cause you to go into a total breakdown.
Yes. Don't do that. Keep yourself together and
Bad idea.
regroup.
The latter is, of course, an exaggeration, but when a market is in flux, a CMA can be challenging to put together. In a market with rapidly rising home prices, you'll find that recent home sale prices haven't caught up to what is actually happening with current sales. In a declining market, the same is true, and you'll risk overstating the market value.
Todd, have you had any conversations with any of your agents where they've talked about any frustration over these prices kind of bouncing around?
Yeah, a lot. And I think the strong agents, just like you mentioned a few minutes ago, they've been through these times, so this is not going to faze them.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, their thought process is that, hey, the market's going to determine the value.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to determine. I'm going to go to work and do what I do. So that's out of my control. So they price it as good as they can, according to the seller's motivation. And all they do is play with it as time goes. If it's too high, so the strong agents will do that weekly.
Yeah, I would imagine right now you have to keep your eye on the ball. As an
Right,
agent, they are probably looking every day at the MLS, what is pending, what is selling, what is, list to
worrying
list
themselves.
to sale price ratio. I bet you these numbers, you have got to be on it right now because this market is just, it's so interesting. Even the mortgage rate prices are kind of a little up, a little bit down.
Right.
They're within reason, of course, because
Even on one of our
the Fed's bump the rate again.
Right. We have to wait. I think a lot of them are waiting until the Fed is done so then they can decide to get, unparalyzed. But why wait? It's going to happen. Start now. Plant the oak tree now.
Right. All you have now is actually ever.
Right,
you can't ever predict the future.
Yeah.
But we can try. In a nutshell, both transition markets present a conundrum for the listing agent because comparable properties reflect yesterday's home sales rather than the present market value, and which is higher or lower than it was even a few weeks earlier, suggests Carrie B. Rays at First Tuesday Journal. Why does it all run together like that?
Just to confuse you and make it more fun.
It's actually a website, First Tuesday Journal, but I didn't put the rest of it in. Yeah.
It's a website, but you didn't put the rest of it?
You know, the .com.
Oh.
I had a thought as you guys were going through this, as I go back in the print shop every week and look at what's being printed that day, what's being mailed out. In the Market Dominator now, we had that zip code on the front. So zip code data.
Right.
Then on the back, they get hyper localized. So I grabbed 3 of them on Tuesday and getting ready for that video and looking at all the 3 different stats was mind blowing.
Yeah.
One zip code had only 6 listings. You know what that told me? That a lot of realtors are probably looking at that going, well, there's no business. I'm going to go do a different job. Right. No, the strong realtor should say, you know what? We'll probably never see that low of listings again in that area. Now's the time to get stronger than strong, because guess what? My competition's going away. My competition's scared.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That number will be, who knows, 6 months, 2 years, but that number is going to be 40, 50, 60.
Right. You don't think what the other agents are thinking. Everybody else is thinking, oh, I need to go work somewhere else.
Right.
Well, great. You guys go work somewhere else. I'm going to stay here and work this because now the competition is less.
Right.
And what is one thing we know about real estate? People will continue to buy and sell homes, whether there's a pandemic, whether there's high interest rates. What about the 80s? The interest rates in the 80s.
Right. They even buy on Christmas Day, on Easter. There are closings every single day. Every single day.
It will never stop. So it's an industry to stay in and just get clever when things get a little tricky out there.
I like that. Yep.
Well, if you're going to stay in this industry, you'll need to know about the CMA. For the benefit of those new agents out there, in a nutshell, compiling a CMA typically involves the following steps. You go through the MLS to find recently sold listings and gather 3 to 5 that most match the subject property in age, size, number of bedrooms and bathrooms, and the lot size. In a normal market, you'd probably choose comps that sold within the last 6 months. However, in a transitioning market, grab some comparables that have sold most recently. Now, typically, you would restrict your comps to within 1 mile of the subject property. And again, you may have to adjust this proximity outward in today's current market.
So I would imagine it's more valuable to make sure you're grabbing recent solds, even if you have to go out further, than staying close to that neighborhood and grabbing something too old, because you're really going to be off with the price because of how they've changed.
Yeah. Yeah, and it all depends on that buyer's motivation.
Sure.
A lot of variables will get in the way there. But, I mean, this is such a great topic because you're not, once you put in that form to the MLS, it's not in cement. You can change that according to, maybe it's on the market, and then the potential sellers all of a sudden have more urgency of their job. So now we just adjust the price, and it's kind of like looking at going into a retail store. Right? Here's all the overpriced ones. That's going to help us sell this one. So agents know that if you're going to overprice, the agent's going to show that one and go back to the correct price one, and they're going to go, oh, let's go for that one.
Right. Yep. So if you've got a range, maybe you start out and you grab homes within 1 mile of that neighborhood, and you go out 6 months and you see what you've got. You've got your range, right? You're looking at comps. Then you do another grab, and this time you go out 5 miles, whatever, and you maybe look at the last 3 months or the last 2 months, and you start to get a feel for, all right, this is what's been happening in this area. Let's go ahead and stay within this range. Let's not get outside of this low or this high.
Right.
And then maybe you're pretty much in the pocket.
Well said. Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's always a range. It's a range. If you want to sell quickly, here's what we do. If you have some time, then let's go to the top of the range. We're not in a hurry.
Yeah. So, and I would still just really look at what happened the last few weeks too.
Right.
And, for something as similar as you can find within even 10 miles, what has happened in the last couple of weeks, because that says a lot. Again, it's just a really weird time.
Well, speaking of weird, the brainiacs over at Fannie Mae put together a guide for appraisers entitled Fannie Mae Addresses Declining Market Issues. And if you'd like a copy of that, you can go to their website at appraisalinstitute.org. Now, you'll find some of the information included addresses how to deal with a more rapidly declining market than we are experiencing right now, but you can also take other useful tidbits from it. Naturally, if this current market transition isn't your first rodeo, you'll sail through the market evaluation process with no problem. Less experienced agents, however, may find themselves in a panic, or worse, end up overvaluing their listings.
Well, and you know what's amazing? As we're going through this podcast, one thing keeps hitting me. Boom, 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 boom. So as agents are going through this, right? That's the reality of the marketplace. They can't alter that. It tells me that they need to gear up in one place in their business stronger than ever before. It's going contrarian, right? Nobody's prospecting, so they need to ratchet up prospecting in a huge way, times 10 right now. As people get mentally paralyzed or look at it, wow, it's a weird time in the market, I'm going to wait till it settles down. No, go in strong, because guess what? You're going to end up with 2 or 3 listings pretty quickly, because when it comes time for that, nobody else will be around.
Well, you know what I like is, so your market dominator, that's they're grabbing a carrier route, right?
Right.
So you're looking at that one where there's only 6 listings showing for the local market stats on that market dominator. And you were saying in that area, possibly agents are kind of fleeing from that industry and saying, I'm no longer going to do this. I'm going to go do something else. So that individual that has the dominator, this big 12 by 15, they've committed to doing this month after month right now at a time where everybody else is fleeing. Think about the hold that they're going to get in that carrier route now that others are fleeing. So maybe at one time, that specific carrier route, you had 6 or 7 agents in there goofing around trying to grab market share. But if they've fled because there's not a lot going on, this one agent who stays behind, it's like you're in at the ground floor. Yeah. So they're going to really be able to get some traction. That's the thing right now as an agent. Really take a look at your landscape. Who's still there? Who's left? And grab them. Man, this is a time to get a farm. This is a time to just really sink into a farm.
You bring up a great...
You're almost like you're in on the ground floor, really. Yeah. And it would be like how it was in 2011. You know, the agents that stayed in. Yeah. It's like starting a whole new game, a whole new landscape.
They actually like it when the market gets tough, because
it clears
the weak
out.
agents go away.
Yeah.
An agent signed up last week, and I go, oh, didn't you and I speak before? Oh, yeah, we've spoke 3 or 4 times in the last year. I said, what happened? She goes, I got scared. I tucked myself out of it. But now she's back on board, taking a route and going in strong. So
you're supposed to talk yourself out of bad things, not good things.
Not good things.
Well, and nothing's permanent. I mean, I would say this is a time to throw a lot at the wall. In other words, if you don't have any marketing going on, get going. Try something and try it for at least a few months to see if you get some traction. Try a few things.
Well, and here's a question for you. Don't you think, so the realtor is getting in right now, doing campaigns, doing market dominator, doing whatever kind of marketing. Don't you think, whether it's 2 months or 6 months or a year, we don't know what's in the Fed's mind, but I've been reading a lot. As soon as the Fed is done, we don't know what that means in terms of what that number will be or what that date will be. But I think that's going to put a lot of real estate agents at ease, and they're going to jump back in and go, okay, what do we do now? Well, the people that planted the seed have done the marketing. They're going to get the business, as opposed to one sitting there at their desk going, I've been in it now 3 days.
Right.
Nothing's happening. Nothing fell in my lap yet.
Right, because they have traction. And that neighborhood, they know who that person is because they've been seeing things. You know, if you're in a popular neighborhood, you're seeing something from Bob, then you're seeing something come in the mail from Karen, and then from Jim, and it's just like, oh, there's a lot of people, I don't know. But when the dust settles and only Bob is left, and that's all that you've been seeing stuff from is Bob, that's your guy. Or Karen, that's your girl.
Correct.
Then when the other people start coming in, it doesn't matter because in your mind,
they're going to be like,
you know who your expert is. That expert's been there through lean times, through the good and the bad. So, yeah.
All right. One final note on creating a CMA. A mentor would come in quite handy, especially if you're new at this. Lacking such a goldmine of information, you may want to run your final analysis by your broker or other mentor to ensure it fits the current market conditions.
I love that for a lot of reasons. One, it's going to help them save time. Having a mentor is just accelerating learning. It's and people want to help, by the way.
Sure they do.
So imagine you go to somebody humble, open, coachable, and they're going to help you get through this time and go, don't worry about it. Like you said, we've been through a lot of times. Other people are going to have fear and uncertainty. And we're going to go do what we do best every single day. And the final point I wrote down on the CMA is don't overprice your listing just to take a listing. That's what a new person will do. That's what a scared person will do. Yeah. And all they do is a great realtor will use that, show that listing, and then go to show the other one for contrast. And then
right.
So
have the strength to and really the data to support the numbers that you're presenting to the client, so that it makes sense to them. So that if they're pushing, of course, a homeowner is always going to push for the highest number possible. But you have to help them to understand why that number may not work. not only short term or long term, and you may end up really losing out. We all know what happens when something's overpriced. Not only does it disappear,
Right.
Or it's used as comparable.
Yeah.
Also, after a while, when it's sitting and sitting and sitting, everybody gets that feeling of, what's wrong with this?
Yes.
Yeah, it becomes cursed. So you have the data to support.
The smart agents take that off the market, relist it so it's brand new.
Well, the smart agent won't take the listing to begin with because
Correct.
it's overpriced. You're going to spend money on
Right.
trying to market it. It's not going to sell, so you're out the money.
Right.
It's spending your time.
Well, and then it
And-
messes up your list to price ratio,
Right.
sale price ratios. I mean, yeah, it's just, you're right. There's so many things that happen with that.
Well, in terms of pricing property, it just came back to me as you guys were chatting. Floyd Wickman had a great line when he was at the kitchen table, and it came down to pricing property.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You want me to lie or level?"
Yeah.
So everybody gets that. They're like, "Okay, lie means he's going to tell me what I want to hear. Level means he's going to tell me the truth."
Well, and a real estate agent is just as motivated as a homeowner to sell for the
Right.
most money. I mean, are you
Right.
kidding me?
Yeah.
They definitely want to make the most money. So they're on your side. You know,
Right,
realtors
right.
on the homeowner's side always. So you have to
Always,
just
yes.
build your case.
And just like you said, a strong agent is going to show up and say, "Hey, I'm not just here to take a listing for the sake of taking a listing for
Right.
those reasons." Because
A strong agent will say, "Can you get serious about selling this house?
Yes.
Nobody's going to pay you that much money."
are you kidding me? And then pound the table.
Actually, it's
That's a good technique.
it's an interesting thing to think that there are agents out there that will walk away when they know that something is going to be way overpriced and it's not going to be a benefit to the homeowner.
It's only the strong ones and the
Can
well-trained.
you imagine what that listing presentation looks like
Right,
when the
right.
homeowners are saying, no, I insist, and you very politely say, I want to help you, but I can't help you in this situation. But I wish you the best luck. I would imagine.
Close your book and start walking out.
Well,
And they might say, wait a minute,
Yeah.
we'll reconsider.
to your point, this morning I was doing homework, and guess what's surfacing now that has not been in the market for the last few years? Expireds are coming back because of that exact reason.
Yeah.
Oh, we're holding out. If we don't get it, fine. We're not moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're getting expireds.
Well, and there you go. That's what's going to happen. So now you've got a really frustrated homeowner because
Right.
the agent was not honest, took the listing, and here we are months later.
Or maybe he was honest, took the listing, and now he says, "See, I told you so."
unmotivated seller. Yep.
Yeah.
So great subject. I mean,
A
this
wonderful
needs to be
subject.
hit hard if you're going to dominate this game and take a listing every single day. I mean,
You are not an order taker. You are a salesperson, right? That takes
Right.
negotiating
Right.
skills. Yep.
All right. So everybody knows now how to determine the market value in today's transitioning market. Thanks for joining us. Are we done? Oh, wait a minute. We should do something fun here.
he forgot.
I was waiting. I was going to just see where you went.
Right.
Ah.
How could the fun person forget the fun
No,
portion of the show?
we're not going to forget the fun
I thought
part.
it was his favorite part, but
We're not going to forget the fun part.
No, he was
I thought
teasing.
maybe he has somewhere to go. I don't know.
He was teasing.
I would never forget the fun part. Yes, the part where we take random postcards given to us from our friends at ProspectsPLUS.com. These fine folks are not getting their cards today because they're in our studio, but Todd is going to grab one.
Okay, he's kidding.
And then
Don't-
we're going
don't
to-
freak out.
Yeah, all the postcards are being delivered. These are extras.
These are duplicates, yes. Have them again. Yeah, we'll just leave them on the table. There we go. Todd has picked the card for me. Thank you very much. And we're going to call Thomas. Are you doing car wash?
Yes, thank you for noticing.
Oh,
Thomas McCloskey, certified negotiation expert. 516
nice title.
680 0118. Looks like he's up in North Carolina. St. James Properties.
Hello, this is Tom.
Hey, Tom, this is Jim and Todd and Lisa with the Take a Listing Today podcast. We're calling on behalf of ProspectsPLUS.com. And they gave us a postcard that you recently ordered from them. Another one listed on Bridgewater Drive.
Yes.
Well done. Well done. We just wanted to call you and ask you a couple of questions and then ask you about your campaign and give you a chance to win a $100 gift card just for about anything on our website. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Excellent. So this postcard, are you doing a series? Is this a series, a campaign, or is this a one-off?
I'm new to this community, so it's my first postcard. I'm setting up a farm.
Awesome. We were talking earlier. I love the title you gave yourself, the Certified Negotiation Expert, which I know you had to go through training to get that, but That's huge. You don't see that on too many people's cards nowadays, and that's what people want, right? Someone who's going to negotiate and help them get the best deal, best money in the shortest period of time.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. Also looks like a professional photo too. The angle of it. It's
It
beautiful.
is.
Yeah, beautiful. You can tell the difference. You know.
You can, and it's good because it fills up the entire side of the card.
Yep.
And how often do you do mailings out to this area, Tom?
This is the first. I have another one scheduled for next week, and then I plan on doing it monthly after that.
Excellent. So, and you're down in North Carolina now.
Correct.
Wonderful.
Well done.
We appreciate your business, Tom. And as Todd mentioned, we'd love to give you a chance to win a $100 gift card for about anything on ProspectsPLUS.com, along with some podcast swag like a coffee mug and a T-shirt. But of course, you have to answer a simple podcast trivia question.
And Tom, sometimes these simple trivia podcast questions are not that simple and they're a little bit goofy. Are you game?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Tom, I'm going to read you a question and 3 possible answers. And all you have to do is give me the correct answer. Are you ready?
All right. Yeah.
All right. Your question. What was the first state in the United States of America? Was it A, Massachusetts, B, New York, or C, Delaware? Massachusetts.
I'm going to go with Delaware.
Delaware.
I was thinking the same thing.
Todd was thinking
And I
that.
don't have the card in my hand.
Can you show me Delaware?
Big good to Tom. Oh, he won.
Yes, of course it is
Wow.
Delaware. Todd, what does Tom win?
Tom, thank you for picking up the phone and being a great customer. Lisa is going to email you a $100 gift card for just about anything on our website and some swag, some coffee mugs and a shirt and a signed book called Take a Listing Today. So thanks very much. If you need anything, reach out and use us as a resource. Keep up the great work because most people are restricting in this market and you're going in strong. So great job out there.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Have a great day.
All right. Finally, we get
Nice.
somebody who can answer the phone.
Right.
Todd, we're not done. I know you like to leave right after this thing, but we still have the closing to do.
Oh, God, that's
Right? Did you forget that?
Oh, I always got. I thought
Todd has some places to go, so
he
maybe
tries
we
to
need
end
to.
on a high note, I think.
Right.
You know, he's
Well, we
Always.
should end on a high
either
note.
that or a hook has got him and is pulling him off like the gong show.
Well,
Oh, jeez.
oh, we ought to get some gong show music on here. That would be good. Excellent.
Yes.
Anything else, Lisa?
No, that's it.
Well, then we should have just ended when Todd left. So
Yeah, maybe that was a sign.
Well, my efficiency was kicking in after
kill that
that.
music there. Here we go. All right.
Oh, boy.
You're ready to get to the next show.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for joining us today and learning how to determine your market value in a transitioning housing market. Next week will be another wonderful show, and we hope you join us then. And until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.